Are you new to starting a cleaning business, or maybe you are thinking about starting a business, and one thing that totally scares you is, what if I make a mistake, and what happens if I get the dreaded 1-star review that maybe takes my 5-star rating with like 2 clients to like all the way down to like a 2.5 or whatever, something like that. Is that you? Are you afraid of that? Are you worried about what people will think with that 1-star review? Are you worried that that's gonna scare off potential clients all because you made one mistake? Well, in this video is for you, because I'm gonna show you a few actionable tips that you can use to make sure that's never a problem for you, even if you make those mistakes. But first, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack from AutomatedCleaningBusiness.com. I'm also the author of the Amazon bestseller, Pick Up Cash, Not Trash. That is your guide to building an automated 6-figure cleaning business without getting dirty in the process. That's right. If you want that book, check out the link in the description. I give it away for free. All you gotta do is cover the shipping, all right? But now let's get right into it. So this video is all about avoiding that dreaded 1-star review. Okay, so let's be real. You're new to this, right? Maybe you haven't even started yet. There are things you don't know. And because of that, that's going to lead to mistakes. Now, a lot of people don't even get started because they're afraid of those potential mistakes. You know, I know that in the beginning for me, it was very similar. I was afraid of what I didn't know, right? I still had to get started because I had no choice, because I left my job early. Again, anyone who knows my story knows all about that. But because I had no choice, I kind of had to push forward. But let me tell you something right now. I was deathly afraid of getting those bad reviews because I knew reviews, especially in this industry, they're so huge, right? And a lot of people think of reviews strictly from word to mouth. I'm not even all that concerned with word to mouth, because if you have word to mouth, you don't have to be overly obsessed with reviews. You know, because a lot of people are like, you have great reviews, you get word to mouth. Well, yeah, but you don't really need them necessarily if you are word to mouth. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the bad reviews. We're talking about the scary stuff, like the 1-star review, you guys totally blow, you don't know what you're doing, yada, yada, yada. That's what I'm talking about. That holds so many people back from getting started, and it also keeps new cleaning business owners up at night. So this video, we're gonna tackle that. I'm gonna give you what you need to make sure that's not a thing. If you are just starting out and you're like, okay, I don't even know if I could do this. If you're just in that spot where you don't even know if you wanna do this or how should you pivot and how should you kind of make this all happen, I'm offering a free 15-minute call with one of my coaches. It's just to kind of get your mind right and help you on your way. I don't know for how long I'm gonna offer this thing, so take advantage while it's still there. But anyway, let's get into those actionable steps. Okay, so since it's impossible to avoid all mistakes at all times, you just have to come to grips with the idea that you will make mistakes. As the business owner, your cleaners, your managers, at some point throughout the process, you guys are gonna make mistakes. And you're gonna make mistakes with your clients. Now, there are a few ways to ensure that you don't lose these clients, but that'll be for another video because I wanna really dive into that. But for this, it's all about defending those 1-star reviews. So right off the bat, the first thing you must know, and I mean, this goes for any business, but you have to know this, no matter what, you have to like be totally professional. Okay, so now people are like, oh yeah, duh, we know that. No, but I'm serious. This is something often overlooked. Let me give you a perfect example. When Jess and I started back in the day, we had a cleaning franchise. We weren't independent yet. We sent our crew to a large account of ours, right? And this crew was working in the these tighter offices where there's not a lot of leeway because they were just pretty packed. And you know, one of my crew members with his backpack vacuum kind of moved and knocked over somebody's like sales award that they were working so hard to win. And it was a glass award, so it shattered into a million pieces. When this happened, I did not sleep that night, neither did Jess. I mean, right away, we were just like, oh my goodness, like, how do we overcome this? Because you could offer to pay for it, but it's still like, oh goodness, like, what if they're gonna like get out of here? You know, they can't remake the trophy for me, something like that. So that was terrifying for us, absolutely terrifying. But we thought to ourselves, we were like, hey, we have to be professional. We have to take ownership here. We have to just say, let's take ownership and let's offer to pay. And that's what we did. We were expecting to lose the account, and I think we might have lost the account, but this is how it played off. We didn't wait for a call from them. We called immediately. We said what office it was in. We wrote the person's name down, and we were like, you know, hey, this is what happened in Charles's office, one of my crew members accidentally knocked over a trophy. We feel so horrible about it, and we want to make this right. Oh, how did it happen? Oh, well, one of my cleaners was maneuvering through the office, and he kind of, the backpack is a bit bulky, so he kind of knocked into something, but it's totally our fault, and I just want to make it right. So please, like, can you ask Charles where we could, you know, maybe send money to get the reward redone for him? And also, we would like to give him a $20, whatever coffee he likes, we'd like to give a gift certificate there. Let me tell you something right now. I think they were so blown away by that approach, that call, like, they were probably gonna call us in like an hour or two angry, because we came to them like kind of like hat in hand. We apologized, sorry about that, we took full responsibility, offered to pay for it, plus, you know, for like as a nice gesture, give a coffee card or whatever. They were so blown away by that they were just like, no, you know what? That's okay. These offices are pretty small. We get it. It happens. Not a big deal. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. And then we were saying, no, let us pay for the trophy. We're terribly sorry. And it's like, no, don't worry. Charles' ego is big enough and he'll be fine. And they were like, all jokes aside, I'm pretty sure he could just call and say it happened and they'll resend one. No harm, no foul. And I'm like, wow, we got off the phone and just complete exhale. And here's something else. It's not just that we avoided a 1-star review, but I want you to think about it this way. Because we handled it the way we handled it, I guess we went up in likability. Now they were like, okay, we can trust these guys. They make an error, they take ownership, and they love the way we were. So from there, our relationship went from just like surface level to becoming like friendly. And because on top of that, we sent that card anyway to Charles, again, just as a nice gesture, just saying like, hey, we're not the company that is just, you're gonna have to be arguing with. We take responsibility here, and telling you something right now that made all the difference in the world. Let's get to the next thing. Okay, the next thing is something more of you want to avoid. Now, I'm telling you right now, you must avoid being combative. You must avoid the defensiveness that is so natural. It totally happens. Let's use that same story. What if we didn't call? What if we swept everything up and acted as if nothing happened? And they called us and they said, hey, in Charles's office, it appears that your cleaner broke the guy's award, and you know, now he's pretty upset about it. Kind of like, what do you have to say? And we're like, no, we didn't do that. We wouldn't do that. You have proof? How does that come across? That doesn't come across well at all, guys. You have to get rid of the adversarial, like this feeling of like we're adversaries. You're not adversaries. You are the opposite. You are in a business working relationship, and you want to have a great relationship with all of your clients. And it's truly possible if you pick your clients, and if you're pretty picky, because it happens, right? Like sometimes you let a nightmare client slip in. You have to realize that don't keep those people. Like we would never keep a nightmare client because automation becomes impossible. But that's a whole other video. I'm talking about lose the adversarial approach to it, okay? Don't look at them as like, oh, here they call, calling again, complaining again. Let me tell you something right now. Nobody really, truly good people, they don't want to complain. They don't even want to think about the cleaning. They just want you to do a good job. I'm not a complainer. It's not in me. It's not who I am. I'm just not like that. That being said, there's certain things in my life I pay for, I just expect to work. And like I think of cable, I think of my phone bill, I think of things like that. So when they don't work, I kind of want to complain. Does that make sense? And it's the same thing here. So if somebody is complaining to you, the last thing you want to do is argue with them. Why? Because you have to think to themselves, they're paying for a service. If you make an error, you'll never get anywhere by just bickering with them. Don't do that. Instead, like read the book by Jocko Willink called Extreme Ownership. Seriously, it's one of the best books you'll ever read. It blows away most of these customer service books that exist out there. All these people talking about customer service. Read that book. It gives you everything you need to know. I'm not saying there's not any value there, but I'm telling you right now, the key is taking ownership. That will take you so much further, and it'll also affect your company culture. Again, another video. I'm teasing so many videos, guys, because I have so many planned for you guys, and you're gonna love them. It's really designed to help you go far with your cleaning business. So just make sure that at all costs, you take accountability and you do not argue. Okay, the final thing for this video that you want to do to help you avoid that 1-star review at all costs, and it will actually help you with your clients have better relationships, is have a service mindset. Listen, like I just said on the last thing, you're not adversaries, okay? It's a business relationship. And when you have a what can I do for this client mindset, again, that doesn't mean do a bunch of stuff for free. That doesn't mean discount your services. That doesn't mean any of that. It just means that now that you have the agreed upon negotiated like contract, You guys are together. In a sense, you're business married. And I want you to think like that. And I want you to think about ways that you can creatively serve your people. And I'm thinking about little things, just small things, small little things that can kind of take it up a notch. And that's just, every once in a while, dropping by with a box of munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts. You don't have to do it, but these are little ways that when you have a service mindset, I'm not saying the Dunkin' Donuts by itself is service mindset. I'm just saying going there and asking them, hey, how's everything been? Is there anything that you feel like could use a little improvement? We're here to serve. We're here to help, here to make sure you guys stay happy. Okay, that, no problem. Thank you so much. Guys, remember, whenever you have something like this, just tell us right away. It's never complaining. It's communicating. We never see it as complaining. So please, I want you to feel like that you can always come to us and we're gonna take care of it immediately, okay? Anything else? No, everything else is great. All right, awesome. Well, you enjoyed the donuts. It was so great seeing you. Let me tell you something right now. You keep that mindset, not only will you never get a bad review, you will never lose that client, because that's the stuff you do that sets a strong foundation to make sure that you're not ever going to lose them. That if something bad happens and you're doing all of what I'm telling you in this video, you're going to be able to save that relationship, okay? These 3 things are so important and I want you to start implementing immediately. So even if you're just starting out, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have the advantage over so many companies. Every account that we get to this day, we hear stories about the company that we took over for was making these errors, okay? Do this and I promise you, you're gonna go so far with your cleaning company. That's it for this video. If you haven't yet, by the way, if this was valuable, hit that like button and subscribe. Do me a favor, because I feel like I brought it. But if I didn't, tell me I didn't. Tell me in the comments you're like, you didn't bring it, dude. Or if I did bring it, hit me with a fire emoji. You guys are the best. If you want more, check this video out. And if you want more about growing your cleaning business and taking it to the next level, especially going high ticket, check out this video right here. And if you are just starting out or you're struggling getting your cleaning business where it needs to be, book a 15-minute clarity call with one of my coaches. It is going to give you the clarity you need. Other than that, I'm out of here. Peace out, Cub Scouts.